I'm Melissa Chartrand. I'm here with Jennifer Williams at the Osterville Historical Museum. So glad to be here today.
Thank you. We're glad to have you.
I know, and we have bright sunshine out today. It's summertime. The place is already bustling. We happen to be here on a Friday when there's a farmer's market in place. Absolutely. And I have lots of questions about that. Excellent. But I first want to start with this beautiful museum. All the rooms here, not only in this physical museum, but on the property, there are such interesting buildings.
Absolutely. We are right now in our 1820s Captain Jonathan Parker coastal schooner captain house, and the house is filled with images from the archives, beautiful pictures of Osterville. We have a special exhibit this year, Glass Earth Splendor, featuring beautiful amethyst glass from Carolyn Cross at Roland, lovely glass and period antiques throughout the museum here, as well as our 1720s Camet House, which is one of the oldest houses in Osterville, colonial herb garden, thanks to the Osterville Garden Club, and of course our boat shops.
Yes.
Filled with beautiful boats.
The Crosby, featuring the Crosby family now, is it correct that they are America's longest active
Yes.
boat building
Exactly.
people?
Exactly. The Crosbys have such a rich tradition.
Sure.
We have several Crosbys who are 8th generation Crosby boat builders here in Osterville. And we are so lucky to have such beautiful boats, ranging from our cat boats, which is one of the boats the Crosbys are certainly known for, boats that were designed for these Cape Cod waters in the 1850s to tack and turn in these waters to be as quick as a cat, and that's where we get the cat boat name from. We also have our Weano Senior. The Weano Senior is something that people are familiar with.
Sure, with the Kennedys.
With the Kennedys. We have a beautiful senior in our senior boat shop, and it is celebrating its 100th anniversary next year in 2014.
Wow.
So really excited and a great time to...
Sure. One of the largest collections here in this museum.
The largest collection of small and large wooden boats in Massachusetts, and we're lucky to have them. We have a number of boats that are a tribute in the Canop Shed to junior sailing, that it wasn't until the advent of the Weano Junior that sailing was opened for kids. So in the early 1900s, sailing was really reserved as a social activity for adults.
Okay.
And then the Weano Juniors came along, and racing for kids became something of interest.
So much to look at. You can really spend a full day here. Let's talk a little bit about the rooms. We'll go back to that special collection, the glass collection, where, as you said, the colors and the cuts of the glass are just exquisite.
Absolutely. When you see the patterns in some of the glass tumblers that we have, they're absolutely mesmerizing. You see the beautiful, intricate designs, and then the colors, the amethyst, the greens that we have, they truly look like gemstones.
They really do.
They do.
They really do. Speaking of gemstones, you have beautiful ones around your neck.
I do. The brooch that I'm wearing is part of the collection that we have here, thanks to IDAS. They actually have vintage brooches and pearls and gems, and they're part of our antique show on August 15th. We also carry some of their necklaces here in our gift shop at the museum, and the museum itself has a collection of vintage brooches from the 20s, 30s, and 40s as well. So it's a nice reflection of what we have here at the museum.
Sure, and I think so rich in history, and as you say, everything from boats to jewelry to... What I like about this museum is you really are in a home, and it's set up. There's a music room. There looks to be almost a dining room. Let's talk a little bit about those rooms.
We have a collection of antiques, beautiful furniture from Molly Burse, some beautiful tiger maple chest-on-chest pieces, some early tables from the early 1700s, beautiful furniture throughout the museum, and we're lucky to have the stories behind them and to be able to show them and tell the history behind them as well.
And you have a lot of events, so you can come and look at the museum, you can look at participate in many activities, as you say. Before we get to some of those, what I didn't realize is that there are beautiful weddings here as well.
Yes. We have brides and grooms who have their weddings here, receptions here. We've had several rehearsal dinners. We also have events, for example, the sailors who come after their regattas will have a reception here.
Okay.
Casual dinners. We've had a farm-to-table dinner here as well. So lots of opportunities both inside the museum buildings and outside for the beautiful grounds that we have. And the boat shops are just beautiful
Exquisite.
scene.
Absolutely. So for private functions, but as well as public functions, you have activities for kids.
We do. We have an annual Pirates and Mermaids
How
Day,
fun is that?
which is terrific. So we actually have kids building and painting model wooden boats in the Crosby tradition, which is a great annual event that we do every August. We also have a Sailor's Valentine workshop that's ongoing, as well as a kids detective club. And we have Story Hour on Fridays at 10 o'clock. Every Farmers Market Friday during July and August, we have a special Story Hour.
Yeah, so plenty for kids and for adults, as we said, plenty for them to look at, and antiques as well. You have an antique show coming in,
Yes.
and other events like that too.
Yes, the antique show coming up August 15th. It is our 22nd year, and we have 39 fabulous vendors from around New England. So we're really looking forward to it, and work very closely with the Cape Cod Antique Dealers Association. And it's just a great event that everybody looks forward to every
Sure
year.
they do. And the beautiful gardens we talked about right outside the museum, and then there's beautiful flowers in the farmers market. Not because you don't have enough to do within the museum, Jennifer,
Right.
and all these events.
Right.
Let's bring it out to outdoors Fridays in
Excellent.
July, August, right through the fall. You have this farmers market, and I'm sure a lot goes into that.
Yes, we go through September 20th, and I say that our farmers market is really the best of sea and land. We have terrific farmers. We have Allen Farms Organic, John Crow Farm with meats and sausages, Grouse Ridge with chicken and eggs, Silverbrook has always been here, gorgeous vegetables that they pick that morning. Moonlight Rose, I could go on and on. We have breads and jams and jellies and cheeses, fromage à trois with delicious pastas, sea salt, Momo's Food Emporium with delicious things, cake out, Sirenetta chocolates with beautiful little chocolates with mermaids on them, all fresh, farm fresh, the most gorgeous flowers and cut flowers you could see, and tomatoes. Ooh, we have tomatoes. We have tomatoes. We also have a special October 19th Fall Festival Farmers Market. So when you're thinking pumpkins and fall vegetables, some flowers, maple syrup, just all great things. So,
And you mentioned too, not only the story time, but you have a local author that comes that I love, that's here each week with the bookstore to share.
we do. We have various authors. Actually, the next one coming up will be in August. We have John Carafoli, who just published a beautiful Cape Cod local cookbook from some of the chefs that are up and down Cape Cod, and he'll be here in August.
Fantastic. So let's talk before we go. Let's give our viewers the website and the hours that you're here.
We are open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 2. Our website is ostervillemuseum.org or ostervillefarmersmarket.org, and we're just excited to have people come and take a look.
Sure.
And see what we have.
Sure, all that information on how you can participate, all the activities, about the exhibits themselves, right there on that website. So Jennifer, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for Barnstable This Morning, I'm Melissa Chartrand, wishing you an artful day.